So I have to share with you guys this really interesting story that has been coming to mind lately. And I think you might be able to relate to it. So back when we were doing major vaccines with the vaccine clinics, I was helping out at a really large community event. And I was the person that was helping the people that couldn't get out of their cars. I was giving them the vaccines directly in their cars. So I was standing kind of in the back of this church, and it was where the exit was for when people were finished getting the vaccine and waiting the 15 or 30 minutes. And in the back of the church, there was 4 doctors. There was an internal medicine doctor, there was a cardiologist, there was a respiratory therapist, and there was another provider there as well. And this woman had gotten her vaccine, and she brought her little girl with her, and we were giving sugar candy out if anybody was feeling lightheaded or not feeling well. So there was a basket of sugar candy, and this mother had given her little girl a little candy to suck on while she was waiting with her mom. And when she came out, she got the attention of the doctors, and it had turned out that this little girl was choking on this candy. But the doctors examined her, and it turns out that her airway was open and patent, so she was able to breathe. And really, they had ruled out any type of emergent choking situation, like this little girl didn't need the Heimlich or anything. But clearly the girl was under distress and clearly not comfortable, salivating in the mouth, crying, very upset. She felt like it was stuck in her throat. And so the providers evaluated her, and they said she was fine, and they sent her along. And so that's kind of where I started to see what was going on. And this little girl, obviously upset, she was crying, she was salivating in her mouth, she was trying to spit. The mother was clearly very nervous, and I just went to the little girl and kind of pulled her out of the main exit way, and we went off to the side, and I just got down on her level, and I just started rubbing her back and just saying, it's all right, it's okay, just breathe. And we were breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And the little girl stopped crying, and she was just focusing on her breath. It was just basically at that time, it was just the 2 of us in the world. And it was just us breathing and just having that moment, that connection with someone. Her body was able to relax, and almost immediately, within about 60 seconds, the little girl threw up and the candy came out, and she was so happy. She really started jumping. She was just like, oh, thank God. Obviously it had been so uncomfortable for her, and just to get it out helped her so much. And she was just so happy. She hugged her mom. They were just both elated, and they thanked me, and they went on their way. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because it is just a really great analogy of a lot of events that I'm witnessing now, where somebody is under distress. There's clearly a physical ailment. There's a problem. They might go see a doctor, or they might not. And, in the medical community and in the Western medicine, we test you, we do labs, we do imaging, we rule out the worst case scenario. If there is an emergency, we want to make sure that is not happening to you first. And after that, it gets a little tricky. If we haven't identified the cause, then we tell you to keep coming back. And that can be very frustrating and cause other ailments and anxieties and stressors. But really, if we just stop for a little while and be mindful of ourselves and how we're feeling, what is going on, what is the root cause of what's going on, let's just take a breath. It allows the body to actually relax, and that relaxation state opens things up. It dilates vessels. It helps stress hormones stop coming at you. It kicks on your parasympathetic nervous system so that your body can heal. Such a powerful thing to just notice when there's something wrong. Stop in the moment. Be mindful. Take a breath. And you would be surprised at what your body can let go of. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.